Hey, it's Marie Matteson. I want you to know that your AR report could be lying to you. The numbers may not be real. Just so we're clear, every name, every insurance company, every number you see, every date on this report is completely invented. There is no child that's been released, no comment needed to say that I could use some help to redact my information. I've completely made up this AR report to show you an example of a real AR report that I have changed the names of. A zero balance claim is not an AR report, right? So really, we're looking at, are the numbers real? What is real on an AR report? And I start looking for things that don't belong there. So for instance, this is a bad debt. The $815 does not really belong on the AR report. It needs to be written off, and it was likely missed. I also see that there's a duplicate name, this Callum Bright, so that's at least $450 that does not belong on this AR report. So not every number that you see is real. If you hire somebody to do your billing and they are not adjusting off when an insurance company has made a payment, and then there's a contract obligation to adjust off, and they don't do that either because they're getting paid on a percentage basis and they're just working as quickly as they can, posting payments and not doing any extra, like the extra amount of time that it takes to make an adjustment. That, in my opinion, is wrong. And you should do the entire job, not half the job. You are paying your billing person to post payments and the adjustments and send out statements and do all of those things. And if they're not, then they're doing you a huge disservice, because money that's left on an AR report could potentially change the bottom line for you if you ever decide to go and sell your practice in a few years. And it looks like you have more money on the books than you really do because the numbers are not real. So I want to help you. This is part of what I do is help physicians and practitioners with their problems in AR reports, or finding the needle in the haystack, if it will, that you have some claims that aren't going through that maybe you didn't even know weren't going through. And we need to get on top of those right away within 90 days, unless it's Medicare or Medicaid, and then we have a bit more time. So in this case, this 864491 is probably not a real number. Okay, it's probably not a real number. We have this 1240 for Colby Rasmussen. Yeah, it's an exacted round off amount. So either a payment missed or a contract obligation wasn't written off. So that number I'm suspicious of. Inactive account. So here's an inactive account, $128.55. All these totals add up, and it's also 2 years old. That's likely needs to be written off as not collectible. Okay. So the other things I look for up here, we have 3160. That's likely Medicare supplement. Aetna could be a Medicare supplement, and these are either payments that went to the patient, or we didn't get the EOB, and so we haven't reported that it was deposited. So that requires a little bit more investigation, right? So we need to know what numbers are real, what's recent, what looks like it's collectible, and what's worth chasing, okay? We really want to have good hygiene when it comes to your AR report. I look at it as like a sinus rhythm. I was an EMT for a number of years, and so had to read heart rhythms all the time. Is your AR report a nice sinus rhythm, or are there things we suspect are out of balance? When you look at the total number of patients that you're seeing in your practice, and the number at 30 days should be higher. The number at 90 days should be lower. And this is the exact opposite. So that's one of the things that I do for a practice. Can also go and look and see, are your claims going through as appropriate? Are there things that are getting flagged and your billing person is just writing off the entire amount without ever talking to you? These are things that I love to do in helping you. Grab a free 15-minute call with the link below, and I hope to talk to you soon and maybe help you with your AR and have those numbers be real.